Morning Tribuners, welcome back with me Mutiara in Indonesian News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is robbery case in Bone, South Sulawesi. The police are still looking for a robbery accompanied by severe abuse in Bone Regency, South Sulawesi. The perpetrators are known to have taken away 40 million rupiah in cash. This was revealed by the head of the Bone Sector Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Ardiansyah. The plan was to deposit it today, but it was lost in the victim's desk drawer. As previously reported, the robbery took place in Bone Regency, South Sulawesi on Monday, 14 March 2022. Precisely in Patiro Mampu Village, Duobakoe District, Bone, South Sulawesi. The robbery caused the victim to die. The victim and the owner of the kiosk named Mrs. Murni died while defending his wares. The victim suffered injuries to his neck and other parts of his body from a sharp object. Local residents say the incident occurred at around 9:45 a.m. The robbers stole a number of items in the kiosk. This incident was confirmed by the head of the Bone Sector Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Ardiansyah. They are currently conducting an investigation at the scene. The next news comes from South Sumatra. A police officer in Muara Enim abuses his beloved. Update on the incident of police officers burning their girlfriends in Muara Enim. Currently, members of the Muara Enim Resort Police have not conducted an examination of the perpetrators or victims of the arson. The reason is both the perpetrator and victim's condition has not allowed for an examination. According to Police Commissioner Adjutant Widi, at this time, his party has not processed the case either to the victim or to the perpetrator because his health condition is still not possible. However, although it has not been examined, the investigation continues as it should. And if later it is proven, of course, it will be processed according to the applicable law, both criminally and officially. Police Commissioner Adjutant Widi still said that at this time, several witnesses had been summoned for questioning regarding the incident. Its members have checked the crime scene and asked for the result of the post-mortem. The perpetrator, who is suspected to be a member of the police, cannot be questioned because he is currently in intensive care. Responding to the case, legal practitioner Gunawan Apriyadi said that the case of abuse of Brigadier Ardiansyah against Ningsi Marlina must be dug deeper into the perpetrator's intention to burn the victim. It is planned or spontaneous. Moreover, the condition of the police officer is also undergoing intensive treatment and cannot be questioned. And if the investigator has confirmed the facts obtained and the statements of the witnesses, so investigators can certainly conclude the case. Meanwhile, according to Trisnawati, who is the victim's biological sister, she said that her sister's condition was getting better. But you are not allowed to eat, only drinking is allowed and even then slowly. The next news comes from Aceh. The discovery of a corpse floating in the river. Residents of Lentong, Kota Baharu Subdistrict, Aceh Singkil Regency, found a corpse floating in the river on Monday, 14 March 2022. The corpse was first seen from a distance drifting in the river by Pajok Dani Ponsel, a resident of Lentong. He then told other residents to evacuate the body. The identity of the body is not yet known. However, from his physical characteristic, he is male and old. The condition of the corpse is naked and has decomposed. The characteristic that is still attached to the corpse is the machete belt. The machete itself is gone, only the machete is attached. According to Ganda, the bodies found from the location were taken to Aceh Singkil Regional General Hospital, while the next section, whether the corpse will be buried or waiting for the bereaved family, is still being discussed. When it was first seen, the position of the corpse was floating on the opposite side of the river from the direction of the residential area. Knowing there was a corpse, then residents using wooden boats tried to approach it. The bodies were successfully evacuated by residents to the bank of the river after drifting about 150 meters from Lentong village. The next news is heavy rain causes flooding in Malang City. Heavy rain, which started at 2 o'clock p.m. until now, has caused flooding at several points in the Malang City area. This was confirmed by the head of the Emergency and Logistic Division of the Malang City Regional Disaster Management Agency, Nur Asmi. From the temporary data collected, there are 15 flood points. The 15 flood points are spread evenly in every sub-district in Malang City with varying flood heights. The 15 flood points were Borobudur Street, Sudimoro Street, Raden Panji Suroso Street, Candi Highway, Veteran Street, Bareng Street, Engineer Ray Street, Lieutenant General S. Parman Street, Muara Gang 1 Street, South Sulfat Intersection Street, Purwantoro Village, Lentong Village, Batubara Street, Ahmad Yani Street, the Cluster Housing Nirwana Pandangwangi, and Teluk Bayur Simpang Street. Until now, the Malang City Regional Disaster Management Agency is still conducting data collection and assessment. The reason is that until now, heavy rain is still pouring Malang City, and the possibility of flood points will increase. The next news is case of scarcity of cooking oil in Bangka Belitung. The head of the Industry and Trade Office of the Bangka Belitung Island Province, Tarmin, emphasized that the stock of cooking oil was actually sufficient for the community and there were no stock limitations. He emphasized this because a number of retail outlets in Pangkal Pinang City were full of people hunting for cooking oil. In fact, said Tarmin, a few days ago, oil just returned from Palembang. He asked the public not to worry anymore because the oil stock is actually sufficient. He also hoped that the public would not overreact to the scarcity of cooking oil so that the problem would not continue. Tarmin said the level of community needs in Pangkal Pinang City is indeed higher than other areas. However, the public is expected to refrain from panic buying so that the scarcity of cooking oil does not occur continuously. The next news is Belitung residents complain about the scarcity of 3 kilograms of LPG gas. 3 kilograms of gas in Belitung Regency, Bangka Belitung Island Province has recently disappeared from circulation. It is known for certain what caused the 3 kilograms of subsidized gas to be difficult to find. However, some people had time to look for this melon gas around Tanjung Pandan. The gas is usually used by him for purposes or to meet daily needs. This resident of Ahmad Yani Street, Tanjung Pandan, lastly bought 3 kilograms for 22,000 rupiah. This 3 kilograms of gas is usually used by him for daily needs. On the other hand, another resident of Vita admitted that it was difficult to get the gas both at bases and gas agents in Tanjung Pandan. This condition has been felt about 4 days ago. It is not known for sure what caused the gas melon to become scarce. However, according to the temporary official area manager communication relation and CSR of Pertamina for Southern Sumatra region, Haris Hanjanza, he claims that gas conditions in Bangka Belitung, especially Belitung, are currently not experiencing difficulties. According to him, the reduction in the quota for gas distribution did not occur. This is because Pertamina Patraniaga for the Southern Sumatra region is still committed to distributing 3 kilograms of PCO LPG in accordance with the quota set by the government through the downstream oil and gas regulatory agency. And the last news is, a group of thugs in Bogor have been caught by the police. A gang of gangsters who acted on Cilebut Highway, Sukaraja District, Bogor Regency, were arrested by the Criminal Investigation Unit of the Bogor Reserve Police. They are MA 21 years old, SK 19 years old, ZAF 22 years old, I 17 years old, SAS 17 years old, and MRS 17 years old. This herd commits robbery or theft with violence while threatening their victims on the street using sharp weapons and match pistols. The robbery took place on the 2nd March 2022 at around 11 o'clock p.m. During the incident, the victim had to fight until the victim was injured. From the above, the perpetrators only managed to snatch the cell phone from the victim's property. After the incident, the gang of robbers was arrested by the police 2 days later. The police also confiscated a number of evidences in the form of a sharp weapon, a lighter revolver, a number of clothes, a helmet, and others. The perpetrators were charged with Article 365 of the Criminal Code in conjunction with Article 480 of the Criminal Code. The maximum penalty is 12 years in prison. Well, that's all the news for today with me, Mutiara. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.